All right, so today I want to share with you what to do when all shit hits the fan, because inevitably it will. And I've had quite a few friends in the past comment on mine and Millie's ability to stay calm during moments of sheer turmoil or stress or things that seem drastically crazy. And I bring it all down to just thinking about what actions you can take in terms of let yourself feel the emotion. Like an emotion will last for 60 to 90 seconds. That's a physiological response to something happening. So, like adrenaline spike and stuff like that. After that, there is a feeling associated with the emotion that you assign because of the outcome. So, like someone dies, shock, horror, and then after that, you assign a feeling of sadness to that. Although if it was someone you hated, it might be shock horror and then great. And so you have some choice over the feeling. So a little bit of power to you there. But I think the easiest way that I have found to deal with stuff like this, and I don't know if mental health wise it's the right thing to do, but I know it's effective in terms of keeping moving forward, is to think about what inputs you have control over for the situation. And then you control every variable you can. And once you have exhausted that list, the universe will do what it's going to do. Now, nothing woo woo about that. But lots of people are like, oh, you can't control the weather. Fair. But you can be prepared if it's going to piss it down. Like, you could decide not to go out. You could take an umbrella. You could wear overalls and rain jackets and all this sort of stuff. Or you could just get ready to get soaked. Like, put swimwear on and dive in. There's so many things you can do for the preparation, but just because it's going to rain doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. Bad is the thing you assign to that, and your actions that you choose to take don't have to be controlled by your feelings. And I would recommend and your emotions, and I'd recommend not. So I'd break it down into again, what things can you control? List those out, take action on those, and then you let what will be. So my favorite example of this in everyday life is if you've ever researched into how much difference it makes driving faster to get somewhere, literally it doesn't. It just increases your chance of dying and never getting there. So for this context, if you are late to something and you're leaving the house and you're in the car and you're 10 minutes late, like don't rush. This will cause a problem. Now you can accept that you're late and then enjoy the journey of being late. Like there's not a lot you can do in that scenario because it's not worth the risk. But you could have prepared to leave earlier. And so if you're outside of the car, get your ass in gear, get everything ready, be as quick as you can. But the moment you're in the car, the moment you are driving, relax, let go, and just be safe. Same thing, I think, with business. Um, I have an amazing story from the chocolate factory along this line that I will share one day, um, but it's not a short one. Yeah, it was fun, and at the time I didn't really think anything special of it. I just there was stuff that needed to be done, and we figured out a way to do it, and we just took action. And then about 6 weeks later or so, my friend, as he was leaving, came and said to me, "By the way, that's really stuck with me. How this situation happened, how you composed yourself." And it made me reflect on it and just be like, yeah, that is a skill that we have. And I think your mettle is shown under times of duress and distress. So yeah, there's my takeaway for today. And for me, when times get rough, as always, they will. What actions can you control? Control the controllables, even if there are things that feel completely out of your control. There's something that you can control. So go for it. That's my day's bit. Peace.